Good afternoon. Welcome to the College of Missionary Aviation. Just wanted to give you an update on Operation Airdrop. We wrapped that up last Thursday, and we were able to fly 8 sorties where our students went out here from Keystone Heights and flew to Gainesville, unloaded supplies, and took them into the disaster area there in the Florida Panhandle. As you know, Hurricane Michael devastated the Florida Panhandle, and when the sun came up the morning after it came ashore, I-10 was closed. That's how severe it was. So you couldn't get from Tallahassee west into the areas that needed the supplies the most. Nothing moved by ground that morning, so later that day we were able to start operating into there with taking our planes into Apalachicola and then later into Tallahassee and Mariana as the supplies, the needs were moved further and further inland. This gave our students an excellent opportunity to get real-world flying experience actually doing missions right here in North Florida. While we pray there's no more hurricanes, we know that in the future there probably will be, and the College of Missionary Aviation will be standing by to use this as a great partnership to bring God's love and comfort to people that are suffering, as well as get the training that our students need. Thank you so much, and God bless you. So after his flights on the first Saturday, later in the week, Matt got to fly with Brian Smith, one of our certified flight instructors who works for Harvest Mission Aviation in Wauchula. Matt, tell us about that experience.
It was pretty interesting. Brian and I left the radar services and we were flying into Mariana. The first thing we noticed as we were getting close and we lost some altitude is about every third tree was on the ground, so they'd taken a ton of wind damage. There was no one else in the pattern as we were coming into the airfield, so I told Brian I wanted to go over the airfield and check the direction of the windsock before we tried to make a landing. As I flew over, it looked like it was perfectly calm. I couldn't make out any direction of the wind, so we decided to land on runway 36. After touching down and we got near the windsock, I just noticed it was ripped to shreds and it was wrapped around the pole it was on, so it was so damaged that we wouldn't have been able to tell the wind direction anyway, other than by feel. So we felt really good about the flight. The people were very receptive when we got there, very, very thankful for us being there as well. So all in all, we believe it was a complete success for both the school, Harvest Aviation, and Operation Airdrop.
That's great. You know, that's just reaching out to serve our fellow man, and we're preparing the students here to serve in the missionary pilot field as they graduate. So from the College of Missionary Aviation in Keystone Heights, Florida, we again want to say thank you and God bless you. David's one of our newly qualified instrument pilots here at the College of Missionary Aviation, meaning that he's been through his FAA practical evaluation and he can fly through clouds and rain, and he was able to go and do a flight with another one of our students without an instructor. So he put his training to the test here, getting those relief supplies in. What'd you think about going up there on your own?
That was definitely an interesting situation. I mean, not much different from any of your other cross-country flights until you get past Tallahassee and they're like, we have no more radar coverage, you're on your own, squawk VFR, have a good day. And then it's like, okay, now we're on our own. There's about 8 other compassion flights going into this airport that we know about, so you have to self-vector yourself and make sure that you're listening to the radios, watching where the traffic is, making sure that you can enter into the pattern and then get down on the ground and drop off the relief supplies. And then it's just as equally hard getting out because now all the 8 airplanes are leaving at the same time. So definitely interesting when it comes to cooperating with aircraft on common traffic advisory frequency.
So what he's talking about is actually replicating the experience that mission pilots in undeveloped parts of the world have when they operate into these areas where there's no electricity, there's no air traffic control. Some places they have to fly over the airfield and make sure the runway's clear to land, but being heads up and aware of your surroundings at all times is what's going to make him successful when he gets into the mission field. And we want to thank him for his efforts during Operation Airdrop. We want to also thank the people from Operation Airdrop who came out here from Texas, and 2 weeks ago they were in North Carolina after Rita hit that area there, and then they're just standing by in Texas for the next hurricane. So look us up on collegeofmissionaryaviation.org and also see our partner operationairdrop.org. Thank you and God bless you. Hey, welcome again to the College of Mission Aviation. I have with me Zach, who's one of our instrument students, and he got to participate in Operation Airdrop on the last day before we wrapped it up. We were able to use our aircraft to help clear out the hangar that was full of relief supplies and get them delivered into the Florida Panhandle after Hurricane Michael. Zach, tell us about your trip, please.
Okay, so we started out here at Keystone at about 8 o'clock in the morning or so, and we went over to Gainesville, loaded up with about 300 pounds of supplies. Anyway, we took off from Gainesville and went to Mariana. It was a good experience. It took about like over 2 hours flying one way. I also got experience of flying instruments, so flying under the hood, not being able to look outside. So with that, I didn't get to see any of the damage that was done, on the ground, because I wasn't able to look out and see any of it. But I was happy to help and bring supplies to where they were needed, and so we came in, landed. It really wasn't too much of an issue. Not too many planes at that particular time flying in. We unloaded supplies, helped other people who showed up there unload supplies, and anyway, we were then able to fly back, and yeah.
That's great. Great. Zach mentioned that they loaded 300 pounds into our aircraft. We moved almost 3/4 of a ton of relief supplies into Tallahassee, Apalachicola, and Mariana over the 5 days that we participated in Operation Airdrop. So Zach, thank you very much, and our thanks to the other 8 students and the 4 instructors who were involved in Operation Airdrop, supported by the College of Missionary Aviation. Thank you so much, and God bless you.